Hi, welcome to my video on simplifying a rational expression, part 1. A rational expression is in simplest form when the numerators and denominator have no common factors. Remember, a rational expression is a fraction, and as there's examples here, 2 over x plus 1, x over x minus 3. Notice that the numerator and denominator have no have no common factor. X plus 1 is a factor and 2 is a factor. X is a factor, x minus 3 is a factor. And more examples, x plus 4 over x minus 7, 3x over x plus 6, etc. As you can see this one, and you can see this one. Notice this is an x plus 6, x minus 6. They're different factors. And 7 over 2x. Notice you cannot cancel this x with this x because this is x is a factor, x plus minus 3 is a factor. And I will attempt to explain that as we go down here. If a numerator and denominator has a common factor, the common factor can be canceled out. Remember, you can only cancel the factors. So I have a 4 over 4x. The 4, that's 4 times x. So the 4 can cancel once. The 4 can cancel once. So I get a 1 over x. Because that's a multiplication. That's like 4 over 4 times 5. That's a 4 over 20. The 4's can cancel. 1, 1. And you get 1/5. So 4 over 4x, because that's a multiplication, I can cancel. I can only cancel when I'm multiplying. You can only cancel in multiplication. You cannot cancel in addition, subtraction, or division. Because I have 5 times x plus 1, then the 5 can cancel into the 10. 5 into 5 goes once, 5 into 10 goes 2. So I get 2 over x plus 1. X plus 1 is a factor. The only way you can cancel x plus 1 if it's in the numerator as an x plus 1. C. Notice I have 3 times x plus 2, x times x plus 2. X plus 2 is a factor on the top. X plus 2 is a factor on the bottom. So I can cancel those two, and I get 3 over x. You can only cancel when you're multiplying. 3 times x times the same factor. D. 2x times x minus 3, x plus 6 times x minus 3. Notice that the factor here is a 2 and an x minus 3. The factors here are x plus 6, x minus 3. So the x minus 3's can cancel like that, and I get a 2x over x plus 6. Notice the x here cannot cancel into this x. Because this is an addition, you can only cancel if there's a factor of x plus 6 on the top. E. Again, let's see. Negative 6 times x minus 4. 3x times x minus 4. We're multiplying on the top, multiplying on the bottom. So the x minus 4's can cancel out once. Notice that 3 goes into 3x x times. 3 goes into negative 6, negative 2 times. So that becomes negative 2 over x. Because that's multiplication, the 3 can cancel into the 6 twice. F. Notice I have a multiplication on the top, multiplication on the bottom. Because I'm multiplying, I can cancel the x plus 7's. And we get an x over x minus 2. And the x cannot cancel here. You can only cancel x minus 2 if it's a factor on the top. You can only cancel x into the bottom if it was a factor times x minus 2. So there's different factors we cannot cancel. G. X plus 1 and x minus 3 are not like factors, so we can't cancel those. We got a 12 times and a 12. So 12 is multiplied by both of them. We can cancel the 12's. And we get an x plus 1 over x minus 3. And again, you cannot cancel these x's because that's a factor of x plus 1, and that's a factor of x minus 3. H. And multiplications again, we cancel the common factor of x plus 4, so we get an x minus 1 over 3. I. We have multiplication on the bottom. We get negative 9, so the 9x is on bottom and top, so I can cancel here. That gives me negative 1. Negative 9 is once, so that gives me negative 1 over 2x plus 1. Notice 2x plus 1 is a factor. So simplify it. You try these. Work these out now. See if you can get the answers to all of these correct. Because we have a fraction, we can cancel. And again, notice every one of them are being multiplied. Notice the products. They're products. Multiplication, multiplication. And notice I have a fraction. So 14 and 21, 7 and the 14 goes 2, 7 and the 21 goes 3. X is on top and bottom, so I can cancel out the x into x goes once. X into x squared goes x, so I get a 2 over 3x. Again, the x minus 1 can't cancel because it's not a factor on the top. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into negative 10x, negative 2x. So it's a negative 2x over x minus 1. Number 3, factors that are the same. I have x plus 2 on top and bottom, cancel. I have an x on the top and the bottom, x cancels once. X into 4x goes 4. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 1 is 4. So again, you can only cancel in multiplication. We're multiplying again. Both of them are multiplied by 9, so the 9's cancel. And we get x plus 6 over x minus 6. You cannot cancel the 6's. You cannot cancel the x's because x plus 6 and x minus 6 are different factors. Number 5, what's common? X minus 4 is on top and bottom, so I cancel. So I get x minus 3 over x. These are the same two factors, top and bottom, so we cancel. And notice you're multiplying and you're multiplying. And you cannot cancel these x's because these factors are not the same. Number 6, x squared on top and bottom. X squared divided into x squared goes once. X squared into x squared goes once. So I get an x minus 1 over x. And again, you cannot cancel these two x's because x minus 1 and x are different factors. And number 7, I have an x plus 3 to the 1 power, and I have an x minus 3 to the 1 power, x minus 3 squared. So the x minus 3 can cancel. And when you do, you can subtract that square up there and a 1 there, so you can cancel. So this is, if you think about it, this is x minus 3 times x minus 3 all over x times x minus 3. So the x minus 3's cancel out. So the answer is x minus 3 over x. Or if you didn't expand it like this and cancel, because you have x minus 3 squared, you can subtract your exponents. So 2 subtract 1 gives you 1 extra on the top. And there it is right there. 8. Number 8, we got an x plus 5 on top and bottom as a factor, so cancel them. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 12x, 3x. So the answer is 3x over 1, which is just 3x. We don't leave it over 1. Number 9, we have products. And what factors are common? X plus 2 is common, top and bottom, cancel them. So we get an x minus 2 over an x minus 3. Number 10, what factors are the same on top and bottom? We have an x minus 6, cancel. And we have a 10. 10 goes into 10 once, 10 goes into 20 twice. So the top is a 1 times 2 times x plus 4. So that's 2 times x plus 4 on the top. And the bottom has an x times x minus 7. And if you want to multiply that out, you can, but you can leave it like that as simplified. Number 11, cancel. The x minus 1's cancel out. And notice the x squared cancels into the x cubed to give you an x. In other words, there's 3 there and a 2 there. There's 1 more on the bottom. So the answer is 3 over x. And number 12, we have a x minus 2's are the same factors. We cancel them. We have an x squared. So x cancels into x squared x. There's 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Because we're dividing, we subtract 2, subtract 1, gives you 1 on the top. 3 cancels into 9 3 times. 3 cancels into 6 twice. So we have a 2x times x plus 9. And we have a 3 times, that cancels out. 3 times 1 times 1. So that's 3 times x minus 9. And x plus 9 and x minus 9 are different factors, so we can't cancel them. And notice again, just to note, x plus 2 and x, you cannot cancel these x's. The only way you can cancel x plus 2 here is that the x plus 2 has a factor on the bottom. And you can't cancel these 5's because this is either you cancel 4x minus 5, but you can't cancel part of it. Notice you can't cancel the 2x into the 2x here to get 1, because that would, you can't do it, because you can only cancel 2x plus 1 as a factor. And just to illustrate that, watch this one. If I had 8 plus 2 over 2, we know that to be 10 divided by 2, which is a 5, because we got to add the numerator, make the numerator one number, we get a 5. But if I decided to take this fraction and cancel the 2, remember you can't. If I cancel the 2's by mistake, 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 2 goes once, I would get a 9 over 1, which is 9. And that's why you can't cancel when you're adding. You can only cancel when you're multiplying. In other words, if you had 8 times 2 over 2, that's 16 over 2, which gives you 8. But if you had 8 times 2 over 2, and because you're multiplying, if you cancel the 2's, you'll get an 8. So you can only cancel when you're multiplying. You can't cancel when you're adding like this. So just be careful. You can only cancel when you're multiplying. Just be cautious of that. So that's simplifying rational expressions. Oh, just remind you. Again, I didn't remind before, but notice that everything here is factored. You get 9 times x plus 6, 9 times x minus 6. All of them, the numerators and denominators, are factored out completely. If you enjoyed my video, click the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, because there are more videos coming your way. Visit my website at www.mathfullyexplained.com to find more information about me, my videos, and the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.